submit spirit to form matter. Our celestial humanity arrives, awakening in the dream, an inception of our reality. So we live, we love, and then there is music. So we dance, we sing, we praise, we reflect. In the infinite in between, the now that was, faces dance in our dreams. Some familiar, some
a single vision
cosmic composition. In the irrelevance of this time, we realize the passion of the random action, learning the lesson that the brotherhood of man is far more important than the ego of any individual. Imagination becomes the sound of thought, traveling at the speed of art. So we paint on the canvas of our ephemeral encounters with a masterpiece of memory that lives in an eternity of a child's.
Good evening. I'm going to start a series. Hopefully I'll be able to, Lord willing, transcribe it into a manual of sorts or a book form. And it's going to be called Planet Earth, What I've Learned So Far. 55 years in the mind of a young black man. First I'm going to start with the early childhood years. You have to excuse me, I got a little sinus issue. The early childhood started out, you know, of course we know we gotta learn how to, you gotta be taken care of and everything as a child before you learn how to take care of yourself. You learn all those basic things. And what I learned significantly about childhood is that what your parents, whether, I had both parents and that was a fortunate situation. What your parents instill in you, the values, those are the things that stick with you throughout your life in those impressionable years from birth to about 13. That's what sticks with you. You basically learn the basic things of life, kindness, compassion, sharing. That's one thing that I learned the most. Sharing, caring for your siblings, your parents, sharing and doing things for others. That's what we were taught. We also were taught how to master the art of being alone. And the way my mother did that was, there was 11 of us, and she told us that we couldn't talk to our siblings, or it was on a Sunday. We couldn't talk to our siblings. We couldn't listen to TV, watch TV, or listen to the radio. We had to do something quiet. Read a book, do a puzzle, draw, something quiet by ourselves. And looking back at that, I can see where they prepared us for a time such as this, where a lot of people are spending a lot of time alone due to COVID at the time when it went down a couple of years ago, and just it prepared me for this time. I've been single for a long time, and just being taught that lesson on how to master the art of being alone was very critical to my well-being over these years, these recent years, and over the years of my life that I spent time alone. And learning about I think what's important is learning your lineage and learning the significance of each person, whether it be your brothers and sisters, your parents, your grandparents, your cousins. You should be getting familiar with all of these links to your reality as you grow in the early childhood. And if you have just starting a family, these are the things you want to instill in your young people, your children. Teach them the lineages of their family. Teach them to call and check on their relatives. Teach them to spend time with their siblings and their friends, and teach them how to pick good people. If a person is negative in their childhood, deal with those issues. The early childhood development is critical. If your child is being bullied or any of those things, you got to nip that in the bud and check it at the source. Don't just try to deal with it with your child. Try to deal with it with the parents and the administration of the school and all of that. Try to deal with everything as civilly as you can. I know sometimes you got to get out cold with people, when they dealing with your children. A lot of us want to wild out and go all out, and I don't blame you, because that's very critical. Your seed, you don't want them tainted by anything in their childhood, and that's one thing that you have to do is teach them how to crawl before they walk. That's in everything in their youth when they're doing something, and teach them business skills early on. Teach them the value of $1, and how to count money. Teach them about taxes and fractions and percentages and all kinds of mathematics. Teach them the mathematics of life. Teach them how to take care of themselves to where they can take care of themselves by themselves, each one, both the males and the females. Your children, boys and girls. Teach them how to cook at a young age. Teach them how to keep house, how to keep a clean house, how to take care of themselves, wash their clothes, wash dishes, clean the house, mop and sweep, clean up around the house, rake leaves, cut the grass. All these things, not just chores, these are life skills that are necessary for preparing them for life after they leave the house and get grown. And there's a lot you can teach based off of what you want to instill in them. I don't think you should, it depends on your parenting. Some people want to arrange and try to direct their child's life, but that child may have a tendency to rebel against that once they see what life is for them. So you don't want to just say, hey, I want you to be this, I want you to be that. Just put those items around them and see which ones they pick, whether it be music, art, professional jobs, doctor, lawyer, policeman, fireman, politician, whatever they have an affinity for. Put a lot of intelligent books around them and inspire them. Don't necessarily have to, well, if it worked for you, share it with them. something that was good and inspiring and helpful in you and your living. Try to answer their questions if you can. If you can't answer them, tell them you both go and seek the answer. And you go and learn with them. Teach them all about technology. And men and women, boys and girls, teach them how to, get a car, teach them how to fix the car. Basic things, change the oil, clean the battery cables. Basic stuff, change the tire, especially the females. Teach them to be independent on every level of what they need to be a successful self person. And teach them how to cook healthy, nourishing foods. Whether they're going to be vegetarians or omnivores or carnivores, whichever one they choose, at the point you introduce it to them, you can instill those values of vegetarianism and stuff at a young age, to keep them on a healthy path and explain to them that this will eliminate a lot of doctor bills and health problems and all kinds of stuff, and teach them all of these basic things that they need to learn so that they can live a full and healthy life long after you may be gone, or with you and your spouse. Teach them about spirituality. If you have a household that follows religious ways, teach them the values of it. Don't just force them to go somewhere and they'll know what it is. Just say, ask them, I think you should make them go to some kind of religious house or engage in some kind of spiritual practice based off of the rules of your household. And then if they want to go off somewhere else when they get older, that's on them. But like the book says, train up a child in the way they should go, and they will not, when they are old, they will not soon depart from it. And it don't necessarily mean train up a child the way they should go, not the way you went necessarily. You can teach them what you did and where you went and everything. With some stuff, you don't want to spark curiosity in the wrong direction. You can tell them about everything. Teach them about everything so they know the root of it and where it ends up and how it starts and everything. Whatever it is. Talk to them about everything. The early childhood years are very impressionable. You should cow down about teaching your child about sex. Teach them how it works. Teach them everything about their bodies, their mind, the spirit, the connection, the spirituality of it, the energy, the humanity, the community, everything about the community and interpersonal and interpersonal relationships. Teach them about all these things. And there's a lot of ways to teach children. If you don't think your parents did a good job with you and you have some insights on what you think you would do different, don't knock your parents for what they did. If you still living and you doing good, they did something right. Even if you made the decision you're not going to go the way they taught you, still honor them. Honor that mother and father because they brought you to where you are so that you can live your life. And teach children the basic things they need to enjoy life. That's what they want to do. Enjoy life. Don't teach them how to struggle. You gotta teach them how to hustle and all that stuff. But teach them how to enjoy life. Don't teach them how to work and be workaholics and all this stuff where they just think everything is about money all the time. Teach them how to enjoy life. That's what you need to do. And so the main key word in this session was enjoy life. And so I hope that you got some insights from this. And this is the first part of the series, Planet Earth, what I've learned so far. Thank you.